Welcome into the booth. I'm Joel Klatt. What a huge win for Oklahoma in this renewed rivalry with Nebraska, the 50th anniversary of the 1971 game of the century, and it was a great game here in Norman today. First things first, you got to give Oklahoma a lot of credit because they didn't play their best, and yet they were still able to win, and they did so by making big plays on defense and on special teams. You know, the offense was good. They gained just a hair over 400 yards, but it was really about that defense creating some sacks when they needed it. They got a turnover when they needed it. And then ultimately the special teams play, blocking that extra point, taking it back for 2 points. That's where the game was won and lost. That defense is much more athletic. It's faster. They tackle better in space than they did a couple of years ago. That's one of the reasons why I think this team is more suited, maybe not as potent on the offensive side, but more suited to make a run potentially to the playoff and win in the playoff than they were even with Baker and Kyler in more explosive years on the offensive side. That defense is just flat better, especially up front. We saw them give Nebraska some problems in obvious passing situations, and when they needed a pass rush most, in particular right at the end of the game, they were able to get it. So kudos to Alex Grinch, that defense, those defensive players. DJ Graham, unbelievable. I know it was fourth down. He probably could have saved field position by not intercepting that ball, but my goodness, run it back.
Throws. Oh, what an interception! Oh, my gosh! DJ Graham!
He's like owning the whole club right there as a DJ. DJ Graham just bam. He just rolls up and just snatches it one hand. What an amazing play. He'll remember that the rest of his life. There's no doubt about it. On the other side, I think that there's probably more to talk about on the side of Nebraska. And I just want to address the Nebraska fan base. I understand that you're growing impatient. I understand that it has been tough to watch this rebuild. But I would just encourage you by stating that team is really good that I saw on the field today. Defensively, they're tough. Offensively, they played very efficient at the skill position. Obviously, the offensive lines need to clean some things up. This came down genuinely to special teams. Nebraska, you lost the game because of 2 missed field goals and a blocked extra point. That's it. It's a 7-point game. You did enough to beat Oklahoma on the road. They're the number 3 team in the country, save for the kicking game. So it is closer than you think. I understand that it's tough. I do. I get it. For 30 years, you guys finished the AP poll ranked. 23 of those 33 years, you were ranked in the top 10 to finish the season. And listen, I know you want to compete for national championships and you want the era of the Osbornes and the Devaney's back. I understand. But just understand that this was a very deep hole that Scott Frost and his staff was trying to build out of. This team is way better than they were even last year when Gus and I called their game against Ohio State. They're tougher. They're cleaner. All of those different things. It's at that moment where they're going to have a tipping point into winning some of these games. Their last 8 football games, the losses that they've had are by a total of 28 points. So they're 28 points away from having an 8-game win streak. I'm telling you, it's this close. It's a razor's edge. If they clean up just a couple of things, they are right there. So Nebraska fans, be patient, because I believe still that Scott Frost and this group of experienced players is going to have a big win coming down the stretch of this season. They're going to beat one of the following teams: Michigan, Ohio State, Iowa, or Wisconsin. I fully believe that in my heart, that they will get one of those big wins moving forward. We'll see if they can. That's going to do it for In the Booth. Big win for Oklahoma. Congratulations to Lincoln Riley, his staff, and those players on winning this 50th anniversary of the 1971 game of the century. I'm Joel Klatt. Have a great day, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.